topic that I wanted to talk about today is the concept of desire. And a lot of times people have something in their life that they've wanted. They've wanted it for a really, really long time. And because they've wanted this thing, they're usually in a position where, let's say that thing hasn't happened yet, or you haven't really received whatever it is that you want. You've been trying for years, you've been trying for months, and it has not come to fruition. You haven't received it, it hasn't really kind of manifested in your life. And the question then becomes, what do we do about that? And what can you do about that? Someone asked me today, well, how do I even know that I'm meant to have something if I don't have it yet? And the answer to that question is that the very fact that you have a desire for something, and that means that there's something within you that is so strong, a want, a desire, something that you can't give up on, even when you have tried several times in your life. You just can't give up on it. No matter how many times you think about it, it keeps coming back. No matter how many times you fall and you just want to forget and say, you know what, maybe I just want to throw in the towel. I can't do this anymore. Maybe it's just not meant for me. But then you still can't get it out of your mind. And a few days later, a few weeks later, a few months later, you're back to where you were before, trying for that very thing, whatever that may look like in your life, depending on whatever that desire may be. So what I say about that is that as long as you have a desire within you, that desire is there for a reason. It is there to teach you something. And frankly, it may not always be that you are supposed to or meant to or will get that particular thing that you desire in your life. You may get something better than you ever thought. You may get something completely different that you never ever thought of. It may lead you down a completely different path. You may not attain that particular desire that you had in mind, but what you learn from that journey is what grows you. And that's where your growth is. Your growth is in your relationship to your desire. Your expansion and your evolution is really in your relationship to your desire. With you trying to attain whatever it is that you desire, within that journey are your lessons that you are either meant to learn or will learn. And if we look at life as a premise of growth, if that's one thing we can all agree on, whether you look at this as a spiritual journey or not, I don't think it matters, but let's all come to one agreement that perhaps life can be viewed as an opportunity to grow. So whether you're looking at your experience with your relationship to your desire as a journey of soul lessons or just growth, there is so much in there for you to learn and experience. And that's what it's all about. And if your desire exists, that means that your subconscious mind, your, something deeper within you, you can call it your soul, your spirit, your higher self, something in you doesn't allow you to let go of that particular thing. But it's there for a reason. And if your journey with it is done, you will wake up one day and no longer have that particular desire. So when we are on this journey of trying to attain our wants and our desires or our goals, in those moments, instead of getting frustrated and feeling defeated and feeling disappointed that that particular thing isn't happening right now the way that we want it, I think it's a lot more enlightening to step back and not grasp so closely to the disappointment and the frustration, but really just learn from the journey of the relationship to the desire that you're on, and know that from that, by you really accepting that journey, that eventually something will come of it, and whatever will come of it can be a blessing, it can be amazing, it can be beyond your wildest dreams and something, like I said, you've never thought of before. But it's time for us to not hang on to that frustration and disappointment so quickly and so often, because there is so much for us to learn from, and we can really grow